What's up guys, T-Rest Fitness here. If you don't know who I am by now, you should check out my Road to Six Pack series from day one and maybe get to know me a little bit better. I just want to point out, I know I look different in every video, and that's because I don't really care about how I look, you know. Sometimes my hair grows out, I grow out beard that I don't even take care of. I just look like a complete mess. I already told you guys, you have to endure all of that and excuse me. This video is gonna be about my chest day and how I work out. And it was inspired by a guy named Marcus. Thank you for helping me find material for this video. You guys know already that you can reach out to me on Snapchat. You can ask me simple questions there because I don't have all the time in the world to just type it out with my thumbs. Specifically, you can see what I'm doing and every step that I'm taking in order to reach the six-pack that I don't get time to put into the videos, but could be really useful to know that I'm actually doing.
Visa hur du värmer upp.
Vänta, vi måste göra för smagen.
Hur många reps gör du när du värmer upp?
Jag kommer
Bara tills du känner dig varm.
When I was a complete beginner, I was working out with the 13 kilo dumbbell presses at most. I start out like 9, 8 and then work towards that. And after a couple of months, I couldn't seem to go any further than that. Now, what my coach recommended was stop doing the dumbbell presses because that's not going to give you strength, he said. He said you need to work out heavy if you want to have results. And being a complete beginner, I was a little bit afraid of working out with the bars. I didn't do deadlifts, I didn't do squats because I was afraid of getting hurt. And of course, it goes without saying, you need to have the correct form, you need to warm up, you need to do everything to minimize the risks of injury. So the way we warm up is not running on a treadmill, although that's really good to do to just get the sweat going and everything. But we start out with doing the actual exercise with a lighter weight. Steadily increasing the weight without really tiring yourself, but just warming up your body and then going to your workout set. So when I'm working out, I'm not really doing strictly 3 sets. I'm doing 5 to 6 with 3 warm-up sets, 3 workout sets, and then maybe 1 drop set, which I decrease the weight and try to do as many as I can just to tire out the muscle completely.
Exakt på den stora sången.
Ja, det är 20 kilo.
Här uppe, workout set. Första.
Jag gjorde
fucking 8 stycken.
Gjorde du 7?
Nej.
Nej, jag vet inte, jag räknar inte. Resten, du gjorde 7. Nej, du gjorde 8 också, ja. Nu är det 8 i alla fall. Eller 9,
jag får räkna i videon. Shit, alltså.
What I found out with the dumbbells, what was really good was that I could work out the balance between each separate part of the chest and also working out my arms, my shoulders, even the lats doing that. However, when I moved on to the bar, that's when I really increased in strength. So that's something I really suggest you do.
Enkelt. Kom igen. 4 till. Hur många klarar du? Tryck. Tryck. Hjälper bara med en hand. En hand.
Snett. Det spiste det huvudet.
Hur många gjorde du?
6 själv, 2 med hjälp.
Och jag hjälpte helt snett med armen, va?
Nej,
Det var bra, eller?
skitbra.
Also, if you're a beginner, you don't really know about your body's limit, so when you feel tired, you often quit because you are afraid of dropping the weight on yourself, but matter of fact, you could have maybe pulled out 2 or 3 more reps. So if you can preferably work out with somebody spotting you, that could really help for you to learn your own capabilities and strength to push yourself even further, because those last reps, I have discovered, is what really makes the difference when you go back the next week or the next 2 weeks. Found that between doing high reps and lighter weight, or lower reps and heavier weight, that the latter is what really makes the difference.
Två till. En till hästar, en till. En till. Tryck, tryck, tryck. Tryck, tryck, tryck. Tung du är alltså.
Jag studsar den lite men...
Nej, skit i det. Det är grymt alltså.
For example, in the video, I'm doing 8 reps, 3 sets of 80 kilos. But instead of lowering the weight, I rather do 6 or even 4 reps and getting help to do 2. So at these certain exercises, for example, the bench press, where you work out the entire chest, I'm not afraid of pushing myself to go at a way heavier weight than I would be able to handle. Because after doing that, shocking my body, and of course keep a consistent diet, after a couple of weeks, I will be able to do those reps by myself. When you're a beginner, this will work out really fast. Wait a minute. About diet, keeping a consistent diet. So all you need to do is basically increase the weight over time, and then you'll just get stronger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Is that what you're saying? No, you need to be at the caloric surplus just to get that in there, so you guys don't get it all confusing. You need to get in more calories than your body's spending, because that caloric surplus will go into building that muscle that you're just breaking down in the gym, right? So we gotta get that clear. Now you might ask yourself, why are you doing this exercise if you're not at caloric surplus? You're at a caloric deficit, right? You're cutting. Well, I don't really change up the way I work out depending on if I'm bulking or cutting, because that way I can get a somewhat of a measurement on how my muscle mass is decreasing, or at least my strength, from my diet. If you are a beginner and you want to lose fat or lose weight, then I still suggest you work out this way, since strength and muscle mass isn't always directly correlated. So when you're a beginner, working out this way, even if you're trying to lose weight, you're still probably gonna make some great increase in strength.
40 kilo mindre. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 till kan du, 2 till kan du. Kom igen. Grym.
Jag skojar.
Ja, det är bra. En.
Ska jag göra en till eller?
En till. Tryck, tryck, tryck. Du klarar själv, du klarar själv. Du klarar själv där. Tung du är alltså. Tung du är alltså. Bra där.
In order for this video not to be too long, I'm gonna cut it here and then make a second part of this video. In conclusion, these 2 exercises that I just showed you are called compound exercise. I don't know how to pronounce that. I tried each cut, I just failed. Let's go with the way I'm saying it right now. Compound exercises means you're working out the entire muscle group and even other muscle groups. For the bench press and the incline bench press, you're working out your entire chest, your shoulders, your triceps, even your biceps and your lats. Logically speaking, you're attacking more than one muscle group. Doing this would require more energy because more of the muscles are working, and therefore you can draw the conclusion that it's going to be way better to do these types of exercises if you want to burn a lot of calories and maybe lose weight. But these exercises which I've just showed you and which I'm going to show you in the next video is what I've been doing in order to go from that body type to this body type. Now, of course, as I mentioned earlier in the video, you can't be doing this completely being at a caloric deficit, because at a certain point, your body is going to require energy in order to build more muscle. So for everybody that's trying to lose weight and lose fat, compound exercises are the ones that burn more calories. Eventually, when you lose enough fat, you're gonna see that you might not have as much muscle mass as you want to. That should be the time where you're changing up your diet and go on a caloric surplus diet. Now, don't do it the way I did and just go completely overboard and call it dirty bulking every time you stuff yourself with things you shouldn't be doing. So in between this period, I was at the caloric surplus while doing these exercises up until a point where I wanted to lose the fat. Kept doing the same exercises, but after I had built the muscle mass, there was the progress from being at the caloric surplus. Guys, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers. How insane isn't that? I mean, wow. Okay, and I promise you guys, I said it on Instagram, if we reach 2,000 subscribers, I promise I'm gonna make 2 videos a week at least. Also, go in and like my T-Rez Fitness page on Facebook. After you do that, you can ask me any questions you want. With the best of my knowledge and time, I will give you the most detailed answer that I can in order to help you out. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, where I upload pictures every now and then. However, I'm not answering to DMs on Instagram because, as I said, I'm not the type of person that texts all the time. I rather sit by the computer. I'm more of a computer nerd guy. See you in the next episode. Peace.